Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and we're just plain living here.
Good morning, John Gray. I'm Peggy Burton.
You always
And
living.
I thought I missed something last week, but
You didn't?
you all didn't have a show, did you?
We didn't have a show. We had TriCaster problems, and so we played the show from the week before. So all of the wonderful guests that we had lined up for last week have been very, very gracious to come back
So they're coming
and
back.
see us again this week. And we have a whole lot of great stuff to
Yes,
talk
we
about.
do. We have a little horseplay stuff, and I have a new lady that I don't know that writes books, and she's interesting. I've read some of her stuff.
Uh-huh.
Diane Wiedemann, I believe. I've got the.
She's coming on today. Well, good. And then we have Rick Vela over here, and he's an author also.
Oh, great.
But he's here to talk about a new night in Tullahoma. We're trying to get a comedy
The comedy night, stand-up comics.
night going on and
I think that's
get
great.
some jokes.
I have hoped they do that for years.
Well, we tried it at the Legion years ago, and people would drive to Nashville to go to Zanies to see the same person I had at the Legion
And they wouldn't
for half
come.
the price, but they wouldn't come to the Legion to
That's
see the same
interesting,
person.
yeah.
They drive to Nashville and pay twice as much.
So where are we getting the comics? Are they going to
Well,
be local?
they're going to be local, and Rick's going to tell us all about that
All
when
right,
he comes
I'm
on.
excited about that.
And he's an author as well. I think he brought his book with him, told him to. So yeah, we've got a lot of things going on. And what we need to do is talk about some of this stuff. We've got
Little Women is
Little Women. This coming weekend is the last weekend of that
Right.
at South Jackson Performing
Friday,
Arts Center.
Saturday, Sunday matinee. I saw it Sunday.
And
was well
and Fran,
done.
Fran
They did
and
a
some
good
friends
job.
went, and they said it was very good.
Could she hear?
Hmm?
Could she hear it all? Sometimes
She
I have
said
trouble hearing it.
sometimes some of the sound is a little bit difficult.
Yeah, so it's partially in the speaking parts when they go down low and they.
Right.
But they did a beautiful job. They all acted like I wanted them to, and I didn't direct, of course.
Right.
But I was impressed.
And
some
that
great
that is a
singers.
musical as
It
well,
was
isn't
a
it?
musical, and they had some great singers, and I was proud of all of them. It was a good job.
I remember watching that movie in black and white years and years and years
And
ago.
then I saw the one with Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor was in it.
Is that
yeah.
the one you saw? Yeah.
So great thing. So good stuff down there. Little Women. Now, March the 7th, that is not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday is Miss Tullahoma. And that pageant will be held at South Jackson Performing Arts Center. And it will have Little Miss, Young Miss, which would be maybe 4th and 5th grade, something like that.
I'm not sure.
Junior Miss, which is junior high, and then Miss Tullahoma. So there are 4 pageants.
And do you know if there's, are they still taking clients to come in?
Through
Do
February
they
the
mention-
20th.
Through the 20th of February.
Yeah, you can sign up to be part of that.
I think that's over.
The 20th, yes it is. It's past that.
It's
isn't it?
past the 20th.
There you
So
go.
don't call in to get back on stage.
Well, you might. I guarantee you.
You don't think-
If they don't have enough people, they might still take somebody.
Oh, okay. And
You never know.
And do you know who they call? Is it the Civic
They call
Center?
it the Civic Center.
Right.
Website forms is www.southjackson.org. And we will be there. Miss Candy and I will be there to MC that on the television side.
Okay.
I don't know who will MC it on stage,
Right.
but that's South Jackson.
Right. You'll be recording.
We'll be recording it, and we are looking for sponsors. So stop by the studio here at 207 South. Let's see what happened.
Do you have any idea how much the
north.
sponsorships are? What?
It's $100. $100, and it'll play probably 20 times in the month of March.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, and then it'll be on every day probably.
Yeah.
Although it's it's about an 8-hour day for us
I see.
to have it set up, to go over there, and then you've got 4
record it.
different pageants. So they empty the auditorium, then they bring the next pageant in. So you have to have a ticket for every pageant.
What does that cost?
I don't know. I don't have those numbers.
You have to be
South Jackson.
Yeah, I don't
Call South
know
Jackson.
either.
So, but it's something we've done for years. Now, let's see what's next. This is about Rick Bella right here. What a guy. What a guy, Rick Bella. There he is. Stand-up comedy open mic night, and this is going to be it's PG-13. Now, there might be some stuff said and done. It's not vulgar. It's fun and funny, but some people, might think it's a little edgy. But that's okay. If you can't have that on the stage, where can you have it?
Right.
If you go and you hear something
Well, I
you don't like,
guarantee
get up
you
and
that
walk out.
Most 13-year-olds have heard all this.
By heavens, yes. It's an evening of stand-up stories, good vibe.
I think that's a great idea.
Not too edgy, but not squeaky clean. Just real people, real laughs, and a real good time.
Sounds like fun.
And life is a funny thing.
And where's that going to happen?
This is going to be at, let's see, that's 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 200. Now, where that is if you go out past Zaxby's, headed toward Shelbyville,
Yeah.
there's a building there that has, I think, the chiropractors in the front, and it goes around. Bren's Shoes used to be there. It's across from the mall. No, it's not the mall, shopping center. Across from Kroger Shopping Center.
If you're from out of Tullahoma, just find the address and
yeah.
put it on your
Yeah, yeah.
GPS. Yeah.
But it's right there in that big building right there. So doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. $10 online purchase. $12 at the door.
And what do they dial up to get online?
Where do you get a ticket online?
I mean, what's the name? How do they find the website for getting a ticket?
Well, Rick's going to
He'll
be
tell
on.
it. Okay.
He's going to be on later.
He'll
We'll
be
get
more
that out of
thorough.
him.
But that sounds like fun.
Tullahoma City School Job Fair, March 28th, East Middle School, and that's well, everybody knows where that is. Do you want to work at a place where you make an immediate difference? Join us. So this is great. Job fair, East Junior High. And then April the 11th is Piping on the Green at South Jackson.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out there in the world that see this show that don't have a clue where South Jackson is.
South
It's in
Jackson's
Tullahoma,
Performing Arts Center.
Tennessee,
Yeah,
and when you drive across the Highway 55 coming into Tullahoma, you'll see the South Jackson Performing Arts Center on the left. They
Right.
can't miss it.
it's on Jackson
Popping on
Street.
the Green is bringing people from far away. They have a wonderful set of entertainment,
Oh, it's
Celtic entertainment, of
Now,
course.
it used to be down at Celtic
Celtic
Cup,
Cup. They
but it
got
got
too
so
big.
big, there wasn't enough space there.
It's a wonderful program, and a lot of people that are Gaelic live in this area.
Gaelic, they have gay time. They do. It's
No,
fun. It's
no,
fun.
but-
You have a cappella singers down there sometimes.
Well, I have in the past, but now that I've kind of gotten blind, I don't
Kinda gotten
do a lot.
blind?
I don't do a lot of that. Yeah, I'm not totally
Blind.
blind.
Who was it that was, no, it wasn't blind, he was deaf.
Oh, Beethoven.
Beethoven was deaf and still wrote music.
I loved Beethoven. You know that he was a political person. He
Yes.
put his political beliefs into his music. And I just loved his music. And when we lived in Europe, we went to where a place where he wrote songs. And I heard about, one of the stories about Beethoven I loved is that he was blind, of course, and he would write the music, and when it didn't do good, he would wad it up and throw it over here. And then when his room filled up, he'd move to another apartment. I thought that was so cool.
Sounds like my house.
But he was a brilliant musician.
Sounds
Da, da,
like
da,
my
da.
house. There
Beethoven's
you go.
Fifth.
Hey. Here's something that was in the paper last week. I was going to read this last week, but we weren't here.
Was it a poem you wrote?
Yeah, this is a poem. This is about. We were asked to write a poem about a group of workers having lunch on the job.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, you construction workers, whatever. You know, when people lunchtime, everybody get the brown bag or the little pail out
And this is coming out of your
poetry group
that
that's
meets
at,
on Tuesday night at
yes,
6 o'clock.
First Christian Church. So, this is what I wrote, and I've always done what my dad told me. You want to be happy in life, pay attention to small children and animals.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? There was one hell of an accident on 82 North. So many were involved, they sent extra support. A warren of rabbits was crossing to see what was on the other side, and the Hells Angels Club, number 113, was out for their weekly Saturday ride. They all hit the curve at the same time, and in an instant, there was no place to pitch down the proverbial dime. It was lunchtime when the first crew hit the street, so they put out a flag man and sat down to eat. That's when the second crew got there, and they went straight to the crash site because they came in by air and did what they knew best how to do. When their lunch was over, their work was over too. Then they spread their wings and took to the air and blew away the leftover feathers and bunny hair. So when the first crew got to the curve, it was as clean as a starving man's plate parade, thanks to Tennessee Wildlife Department's Buzzard Brigade.
Very good.
So the buzzards, they clean up the mess. And if you ever see a buzzard, you won't hardly see one. There's usually
There's
7,
usually
8, 9
a
of them.
crowd
Maybe
of buzzards, you're right.
And if there's anything on the road,
They'll
there'll
get
be
it.
buzzards on either side, and when they get through, there's nothing left.
And
So that means that their job
just to clean up.
was eating lunch
Right.
on the job. So I don't know, crazy mind to mind. We'll be coming up into Easter soon, and I just wanted to show my little Easter omnibus. This is my Easter story right here, told with 5 poems.
Oh.
And I'll be reading that in the next 5 weeks. We'll read one every week. So, an omnibus, what a great word. That is a group
Let me see
of
the front
like
of that.
subjects, is an omnibus.
That's pretty. Very nice.
So we'll get into that later on. Couple of things right here in my book of Loku. You'll love this. When you are used to working with nothing, it's easy to make nothing work. But it takes talent to be a minimalist.
Absolutely. I love that.
I knew you'd like that.
Yes.
Peggy is a minimalist. Made that tackle, hit a home run, got a TKO in the first round, split wood just for fun. Strong and virile, a man's man. Then the black spots on my arms and hands. Age and medicine changed the meaning of being a bruiser.
That's good. You
Uh-huh.
asked me earlier, I had a bunny out at my house.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have a bunny here, but when we lived in London, the lady we rented our house from said, we have a bunny, but he's not always around. And I always thought bunnies were just little bitty things.
Right.
Well, we had finally we saw the bunny, and he was about this tall, with great big ears.
Yeah.
His name was Sinbad. He terrorized the entire neighborhood. I loved him
Sinbad.
though. Yeah.
Sinbad
He
the
was
bunny.
a sight.
It's out there. Oh, yes, it's out there. Something special out there waiting for you. Find it. Strength and power affect people differently. A good man becomes better. A bad man becomes worse. The bad man thinks he's untouchable. The good man becomes unbeatable.
That's nice.
So, with all of those things said, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back with our first guest, and we will be unbeatable.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroop's emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
The Duck River isn't just beautiful, it's America's most biologically diverse river and a drinking water source for over 300,000 Tennesseans. Since 2021, volunteers have removed more than 12 tons of trash and 250 tires from our watershed. Now, we're coming together again for the Duck River Watershed Society's 5th annual spring cleanup, Saturday, March 7th, from noon until 3 at the Fire Lake Boat Launch in Manchester. Free to join, fun for everyone. Register now and help protect the Duck River.
All right, we're back and we're here to talk with my buddy and your friend, Rick Vela, and he is here for numerous reasons. He's a very talented fella. Rick Vela is a talented fella.
See how that rhymes?
And that, don't choke, because that might be a joke.
You're just getting the rhyme going.
We're getting here. Rhyming's going. Stand-up comedy and open mic night.
You got it.
I love this idea. I love the concept. What is going on? Just fill us full.
So my buddy Dre, he's done comedy for a while, and he asked me, he says, hey, would you come and do a 5 minutes for me at a show up in Franklin? I said, sure, let's do it. So that was the first time I got to do stand-up. I performed, through music, and
sure,
you know that
sure.
as well throughout my life there, and never did stand-up comedy before, but we always joked a lot. So anyhow, it was kind of the first time I really did it, so it was a lot of fun. And did another event, and I said, hey, let's do something in Tullahoma. There's just really not, they have Henry Cho, who's great, but there's just not anything like this where there's an opportunity for people to come and do open mic as well. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it at the Event Nook. I don't know if you know anything know where the event, you talked about it a little bit ago. It's kind of right behind Kroger, well, across from Kroger's there.
Across
that
the
little
street.
Plaza, yeah. The Event Nook's a great little place there. Patrice is the owner, and she is, I don't know, she has all kinds of things going on there. Actually, this Friday they're doing karaoke, and it's an inexpensive event to go do. Every month they do that. They do trivia. So there's a little plug for her at the Event Nook. So yeah, we're doing it at the Event Nook. It's going to be on Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
March.
Friday
the 13th.
Ides of March.
Yeah, and you know there was a Friday the 13th in February this year, and now there's one in March. What's that mean? Something.
That was Friday the 13th, isn't that when? That's when they killed a bunch of those gangsters up in Chicago too. Yeah, they did. No,
I
they
didn't
did.
know that.
It was yeah, they did.
Is this
They
a
lined
joke
them
or?
up. No,
Oh,
it's not a
shoot.
joke. And that was what? Was that when they got Caesar?
I don't know.
I think it was, huh? 15th. So, but the Ides of March is the 15th of March, and that's where that's when Caesar got killed.
Oh, I see.
And then and then when the mafia killed a bunch of gangsters in Chicago, and they killed them on the Ides of March, which is 15th.
Hey, we're not going to talk about the mafia.
Yeah. Well, you know, probably still exists, doesn't it? We ain't gonna get into that.
I asked my dad about that. I asked my dad about it. Is these
That's
mafia
not a
guys
joke.
still around? And he's like, I don't know. They're kind of getting out there. Yeah. Well, I will tell you that I told my wife, I said I'm going to quit my job and become a comedian. And she laughed so hard she fell off her chair, and I thought that is instant success.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
for
it?
sure. Except you had to pay to get her fixed.
Uh-oh. I don't know about that.
Did she break anything when she fell?
Well, she didn't fall too far.
Okay.
So we're good. We're good there. Yeah.
So, so what happens? What if I want to come there and get on stage? Can anybody who walk in get on stage?
Yeah. So I would, first of all, I would love you to come. First of all, I'm going to do this. Why don't you write a funny poem and come and read it at the open
Well,
mic?
I've got all kinds of stuff.
You should do it.
I've got a bunch of song lyrics that are pretty funny.
Okay,
too.
well, come and just read one of those. That'd be great. So basically, you sign up, and I probably don't have the best way to. Here's this. Here we go. Right here, this little right here. You scan this little thing. It takes you to the
Yeah,
little.
I ain't doing that.
You're not gonna do that?
I ain't
Ah, shoot.
I don't do that.
It's
stuff.
a little document.
I don't do
You
that.
fill that out, and that registers to get. Well,
I'll just
everybody
show
else
up.
has to do
Huh?
that. You don't have to do it, but everybody else does. I
Oh
guess.
yeah. I don't do that. It's like going to the doctor and they say, well, go into the portal and see what we have. I don't. No.
If you're gonna come, just let me know so I can make sure they put you on the registration. That's all. You got to register to come. When you get there, there's a sign-up sheet for anybody that wants to do open mic. I'm gonna do some funny stories, and my buddy Dre's gonna do some funny stories. There's some other people coming to do open mic, but you got to sign up on the sheet, and depending on how many people come, it's going to be like a first come, first serve.
Sure.
So if there's too many people and we don't have enough time, whoever's at the top of the list is going to be able to have the chance to do the open mic. Does that
Sure.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to keep it simpler like that. So yeah, we're just going to.
Sort of like going to the Bluebird. Well, not anymore. Used to, you could go to the Bluebird and sign up.
Yeah.
I played at the Bluebird several times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, years ago, it wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like that. People walk in and you write up and sign up and
Yeah, keep it chill.
And if somebody didn't show up, they go there. Hey, John Gray, are you here? Yeah, I'm here. Get up there and let's see what you got.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that.
Well,
it's a Bluebird anymore.
Comedy's been that way. It's been this like avenue for people to be able to express things that are funny, you know. And a lot of comics I heard would drive hours just for free to tell some jokes to get some laughs. It's almost like a paycheck, really. If you can make someone laugh, it's like you just made $100.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. More than that.
1,000? I don't know.
1,000.
Whatever.
I mean, you know, it's a laugh is a wonderful thing.
Bring your $10 joke, okay? Because the tickets are $10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. $10 joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. And I'll and when is that?
Friday the 13th,
The
March.
13th. Friday the 13th. So,
You got it.
So that's the week after Miss Tullahoma.
Oh, shoot, yeah. It's a kickoff.
That's a joke. That's a joke in itself.
Kick off spring break by
Yeah.
coming to a fun
Come to a
local
fun. See, I
comedy
think
show.
it's wonderful. I think we need to publicize these other things, other than the. There's so many things that are grand that happen in Tullahoma.
Oh, yeah. How
Grand
do you do,
things,
how do you
grand,
do 'em
wonderful
all?
things. What South Jackson Performing
Yeah.
Arts Center does, and the different clubs and the different things that they do. But there's also these little niche places that are springing up because there's others that want to perform,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they might not can get on that stage down there.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's people that are smart enough to realize, I got a little stage, I got a little spot over here. Let's see what we can get going there.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
You know, because we used to have years ago, we had a lot of places where live music was done. You know, in Tullahoma, there was probably 4 or 5 places, and you could go every Friday, Saturday night, and dance and listen to music, live music. Those places don't exist much anymore.
I wonder why that is.
So they're springing back up.
Yeah.
Because people are wanting.
People like the live. They like the live experience, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
That's
they're
right.
doing
Live
those-
music.
They're doing the plays over there. They're live. People want to experience that. So yeah, I like that. We're doing these little niche things. You're right. Yeah.
So I'll do my best to be. And what night? That's Friday, right?
Friday.
Friday.
So get your nap in. 'Cause
Get
that's
my
what I'm
nap
gonna do.
in on Friday. Gee, thanks.
I'm taking a nap too.
Oh, are you? Okay, yeah.
So
Get
you
my
can come.
nap in.
Until
Dang. Boy, I'm gonna smoke you.
You will, I bet you will.
Yeah, you wait.
I hope you do. I want to hear some
it'll
funny
be
stuff.
fun. It'll be fun, and I'll do my best to be there.
Yeah, I think there's this element of there's a lot of stress in the world. There's a lot of chaotic things, and I think this element of just getting together and finding medicine in laughter. You know, there's a scripture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a scripture about it. It says, you know, the merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Boy, I can't talk really well today.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, there's something to that. You got to laugh and enjoy life. And another thing about art is a very perspective, like in the sense of like a preference. You know, some person might like this particular artist over that. So I don't know. Hopefully, we can kind of, you know, have a little bit of a diversity in there, and so you can find something that you like in this comedy show. You know, and maybe it'll do well, and we'll do more.
You know, and I did a show at Flat Creek a couple of weeks ago down there at the center down there, the community center, and told a story, had some illustrations down there, my rabbit book, and then I read some stuff and then sang a song or two, and did about, I don't know, probably an hour, and it was really fun, and interacting with the people is what's so much fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
feeding off of that energy.
Feeding off of that audience, and there's nothing like a live audience.
Yes.
I don't care how many TV cameras you've got in front of you. You know, right here, there's three right here. You know, it's nothing like looking out there and seeing that face.
Yeah.
And seeing that smile, or seeing that you've affected somebody.
Yeah.
They're humming along with you, something that you got them, and you're taking them somewhere where they want to go.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really a wonderful thing to
it's
be able to do.
It's rewarding, isn't it?
It's very rewarding.
And you know, because you're a writer as well, when you write something that from your brain to paper to now, let's say a book or a song or whatever, and now other people can experience that. And I used to travel and play music, and I would write these songs and then produce these albums, and then I would like perform these songs for audiences, and then you would go back and they were singing these songs that you wrote, and I don't know, there's something very rewarding about that. And even with the books, like seeing the kids just bringing these characters into their life now that I was able to help be a part of.
Well, tell us real quickly about your books.
Yeah. So
this guy multi-talented. Very multi-talented.
I've got 3 of them out right now.
Plus, he'll build you a house if you want to.
I've got 3 of them out now. This is the first one I did. It's called The Silly Situation That Made Samuel Smile. It's got all the alliterations of the letter S. And a friend of mine does speech therapy, and she said she likes to use that for it. So that's that one. And then the next one I wrote was The Notorious Rock Eater of Rutledge Falls. This one here has gotten a lot of excitement about it. And they actually were able to had the Arts Council, thank goodness, man. They got behind this. We were able to get a mural of there's a fictional creature in here. I don't know if I can find it or not real quick. Here he is at the end. The Rock Eater, yeah. They were able to do a mural of the Rock Eater, which my illustrator, Sarah Andrews, shout out to her, she was able to be the one to do that. So thanks to the Art Council for that. So, and a little secret, I'm actually doing a sequel to this.
Oh,
one.
good.
So that's still in the
Is
works.
that number 4?
That'll be number 5.
5, okay.
And then this is a Christmas book I wrote and produced, and published last year. It's called, actually the year before last, The Christmas Rose. It's a great little story about a girl named Rose who gets adopted on Christmas. So my illustrator is now working on my 4th book. I'll just tell you this, it's about a kid who's scared of getting a haircut. And so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get that out before the end of the year or not, but look for that when it comes.
All right,
so.
sounds good. Rick Vela, my friend.
Hey, appreciate
Thanks for
it.
being here, buddy.
Hey, thanks
and, we'll make sure that we publicize this thing right up to the date.
Awesome, appreciate it.
About the comedy night.
Yeah.
And you know, a laugh is just so you know, fear is the most devastating thing there is, and the only thing there is that can capture fear and conquer fear is hope. And one of the most wonderful things that hope brings out of you is the ability to smile and laugh at something that is devastatingly painful. Hope.
Yeah.
And laughter.
Yeah.
Conquers fear.
Yeah.
And we have so much fear in this world right now. Smile at it. Be stronger than it is. Speak joyously and smile. And when you look fear in the face and say, I hope you disappear. Just like we're going to disappear right now. We'll be right back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes, and where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority, power in community.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroops emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroops Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
This recently was Valentine's Day, and the South Jackson Street Band always goes to Bell Buckle Banquet Hall to do an evening performance. And this year it was a big deal. We had a lot of fun. I have a video of Scott Young, playing his alto saxophone, Since I Fell for You. I'm losing my voice, I don't know why.
Jackson Street Band is Middle Tennessee's premier big band. Visit our website, sjsband.com.
This has been a Ron Hackett Music video production.
HostMy provides modern phone systems with mobile integration, HIPAA-ready business texting, and digital faxing solutions. More importantly, we offer dedicated U.S.-based support, transparent billing, and unparalleled reliability. Call 931-581-4411 today and partner with the best.
Hi, my name is Ringo. Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie. How sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
I feel like I'm going home when I have these people on stage with me. Loretta Christian, that you know from Horseplay, and Sue Chandler is with her, and we're going to talk about the luncheon.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
That's coming up April 10th, and usually it's a different sort of thing. It's been in years past, a big meal fixed, and you go pick up your meals at the Grace Baptist Church.
on Avoca
and it's
Road.
Avoca Road, and it's still there. So tell me a little bit of, talking about how you're going to do the food this year.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, in the past, we've always had the big meal. But this year, because of not having the facility that we've used in the past and everything, and the time frame, we couldn't do the big lunch. So my friend here, Susan Chandler, came up with an idea of a gourmet box lunch.
And Susan, you've been a caterer
Yes, ma'am.
a lot of your life, and you're kind of slowing
42
down on
years.
that. So you're in charge of putting this together, I'm
Yes.
assuming, and this is a box lunch. So what all we got in there?
Well, we have, I'm going to let Miss Loretta hold the microphone.
Hold it up to her
I
so she
don't
can.
know. I would like for everyone to see the great box lunch that we will be preparing. Oh, and the dessert. I left the dessert out over there. But we will have a wonderful hand-sliced turkey and ham sandwich will be offered.
That looks delicious.
You'll have a bag of kettle chips, a pickle spear, And the condiments will be on the side as well as the lettuce and the tomato. And then you'll receive a fork and a knife because there is a dessert, a homemade brownie or a brownie and
a cupcake.
Cupcake, yes. But guys, this is just will still give Horseplay a chance to raise that much needed money they need for Horseplay, the organization. So we hope that you will consider buying a box lunch this year. So.
I think that looks fabulous. I'm
And-
hungry.
Are you?
And the
Well,
lunch-
great.
That looks so good.
And these box lunches are $12 each.
No, you take the
And,
microphone. $12 is a good deal.
Yes, ma'am.
And you do get a dessert, yes.
Yeah.
We just left it sitting over to the side.
Because
It's
the
in
dessert,
it's in the bag in the next room.
it's in the bag, and
Yeah.
it's cupcakes or
Cupcake or brownie.
or a brownie.
And that's the reason why we're going with those two choices is because if you do a cake slice or a piece of pie, it's gonna go everywhere.
Now, I'm not able to read real good, so how do people make reservations to get the food?
Well, they will need to call over to Top Rehab.
Top
here-
Rehab?
Here in Tullahoma. And there's ladies over there that will take their order.
And where is that located?
On North Jackson Street.
On North Jackson.
And people will be able to take their order, how many box lunches they want, if it's for business, and write down how many cupcakes they want, or how many brownies they want.
Okay.
And what time they will be coming to pick them up.
And what do you think that will be? What,
It'll-
it'll open early that morning or
Yeah,
around
10?
10?
Around 10 o'clock. And you can come pick your lunches up, or we can deliver them within, like we did last year, to Manchester, around Tullahoma. And, you know, if there's at least 5 or more orders.
5 or
per-
more orders
we
will
can
be
deliver.
delivered. So
Yes, ma'am.
5 times 12, and that's a deal.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
can
Really
feed
is.
5 people for lunch for that, that's amazing.
And
And it's such a good cause, y'all. This is not so much about the food, although that's wonderful. It's about raising money for Horseplay.
Horseplay, we're a nonprofit, 501c3, but
So when you buy this, I think you can use it as a donation on your taxes.
yes, ma'am.
Don't
Sure.
forget that.
Yes.
And we ask for sponsors every year, donors, anything that people can give
And
Horseplay.
So you don't, are you asking for a certain amount of money for
Well,
donors or just whatever they want to
whatever
give?
they can give. Now, businesses, people that are, as they used to say, have more money than
Yeah.
they know what to do with,
I
they
think
can just give whatever
Sue-
they want.
Sue has a story about her son that has touched my heart, and it all is because of Horseplay.
Horseplay changed.
You might want.
Horseplay changed our family's life. We, my husband and I are raising a special needs grandson whose name is Gage. Most people know Gage because he loves people, he loves Tullahoma, he loves the ball season, he loves South Jackson, but Gage wasn't that way for years. Gage was
blind.
born blind, yes, he has cerebral palsy and autism, but Gage's blindness made him very afraid of any kind of an animal. You go to your family's home and everyone has a dog or a cat, and Gage would just stand and cry. He couldn't see what they were doing. But Gage became a part of Horseplay just before he turned 6 years of age. And of course, the first week, the first day was very hard, very sad. He would not get near that little sweet horse named Misty. But 2 weeks later, Gage is actually holding his hand out with Mimi's hand under his hand and helping him, but he started feeding the horses. And guys, now, after years of working with Horseplay and Horseplay working with Gage, Gage is now grooming the horse, which is one of his favorite things to do. He helps clean the horses, again, one of his favorite things to do. So Horseplay has changed our lives, and I know of other people's lives it's changed. And they really need to sell these box lunches and these donations.
And what age is Gage right now?
He's now 18, so this is Gage's last year of Horseplay, and I was sharing with Miss Peggy, he's okay with that he doesn't get to ride the horses anymore, but he told him he'd like to be a volunteer. He'll come and feed that horse, and he'll groom it, because he really loves Skip and all of Skip's friends.
And so if you have a child, what ages is it that you all take? Is it 4 to 18?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and
ma'am.
if you have a child that's autistic or that can't walk, and you get on a horse and you can walk all over the place, you would want to get involved with Horseplay.
Yes.
It's a wonderful organization. And what are the times during the day that the place where you have Horseplay is open?
It starts at 4 o'clock, and each session is an hour long, or 45 minutes to an hour long.
Okay, and does it go on in the winter, or?
No, ma'am.
When does it start up?
It's starting next month.
Next month.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
April 10th is kind of a.
It'll start in March.
I was going to say.
And it goes until after October the 31st. Usually
So it's a good long stretch.
Yeah.
And the sessions are usually 8 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 8
I know
weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Gage does 8 weeks, one time a week, and oh my goodness, it's
And the thing that you need to know is this is totally free
Yes,
for the
absolutely.
children.
There's the video.
And, that's why it's so important to raise money and order this wonderful lunch for April 10th. I would say it'd be a great time to invite some friends for lunch.
Oh, and does baseball season start the day after April the 10th on Saturday?
I don't have one in baseball anymore, so I'm not certain.
Well, if I'm right, maybe people would like to order extra box lunches to take to the ball game on Saturday.
Good idea. You can
Very
eat
good
while you
idea.
watch. That's right.
And that's our video
Yeah.
for the Pred. And that's our Gage standing there with the horse.
Last year, the Predators.
Can we hear, is that got voice with it?
Yes, ma'am. It's got pipes.
Except I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, what it is, the Predators gave Horseplay money last year, and they have.
And how much they give?
I think it was 5,000 last year, and they sponsor Horseplay, and these are some of the children and people that are involved out there with the sessions. And that young man right there in front, that's Gage.
That is my Gage.
And they're giving a big woohoo to the Predators for sponsoring Horseplay.
Now, did I hear something about they were going to do it again? They're going
We
to give money again?
We can get it for money from them. We have to apply.
Oh,
but we
okay,
can get it
I
for
see.
about 2 or 3 years.
Well, I hope that you get it, and I think you will. The Predators are wonderful people.
Yes.
They give a lot to the communities
they-
all around.
And they came down last year and visited with Horseplay for about a couple of hours. Talked to the.
That's sweet. I love that, and it's just a wonderful organization. I can't say enough, because are there any more bricks for sale?
The brick sale is ongoing, and they're $75 each, and you can put in memory of someone that's in your family or someone you know that loved horses.
And you don't have to do it in memory of. It can just be
Ours is in honor of Gage.
in honor
Yes,
of Gage,
we
or
did it
in honor of anybody that you want
Yeah.
to. That's a wonderful program, and the bricks are already laid, and I guess
We've
when
got a lot laid.
and then
But
you
it-
just add to it as
Yes,
time
ma'am.
goes by. So,
And it's very
what all goes
pretty
on the
paint.
brick?
Whoever it's
Whoever it's for.
and whatever they want to write on it. It takes up 3 lines.
Oh,
And,
and it obviously it's a brick, so it's short.
It's a brick that's
But it-
solid, and we have it engraved here in town.
They're very nice, and there are some already laid. There's a lot laid at Horseplay. Come by and look at them.
Yeah, and anybody that wants to can come out and watch sessions once they start. And
This is one of your biggest fundraisers, right?
This is
the
normally-
lunch that you do is one of the biggest fundraisers, and it's everybody needs lunch.
yeah, and this you can sit at your table and take a bite of your sandwich and pop a chip in your mouth.
And the dessert.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
And-
needs a dessert.
Everybody needs a dessert.
Right.
But we were working on the box this morning before we came over here, and chocolate.
Oh.
Chocolate cupcake. Had to have one, yes.
Oh,
and Miss
okay.
Loretta was kind to share.
Who can turn down a chocolate
That's
cupcake?
right. For breakfast.
Right.
Or a brownie with chocolate icing.
That's right.
Well, I know that Loretta's been with Horseplay many years.
Yeah.
And you came in with your grandson.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you're always looking for volunteers. So
Oh, we need
let's,
volunteers.
that's wide open. And have we even told these people where Horseplay is?
It's out on
Highway 130.
as you go. It's if you're
Well,
right near where you turn to go to West Middle School.
we have people from all over. So do you have an address?
Yes,
It's
ma'am,
close
but
to.
I can't remember.
Okay, but it's off of 130, and it's no more than 2 or 3 miles out of
There's
town.
a big sign out front.
It's
that
easy.
says
It's easy to
Horseplay.
find.
And
Oh, we
Top
gotta
Rehab.
go.
Top Rehab will let them know.
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
we're not
Loretta and
organized this
Sue.
morning.
We'll be back with something.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books, which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me at Life Care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
I'm excited today to have with me Diane Wiedemann. And Diane, you live in Manchester, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you lived in Manchester? All your life?
No, ma'am. I just moved here a couple of years ago for my
Okay.
daughter to help her, but I lived in Swanee 11 years.
Oh, all right.
Then I went to Texas for a year, then I came back,
And then
went to
you came
Cookville
back.
for a while, then I'm in Manchester to help my
Well,
daughter.
we're here, I'm here with Diane to talk about a set of books that she has come up with from a story of her life.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I have that right?
Yes, ma'am. I was abused the first 24 years of my life, and there came a point when my husband died. It's been 16 years come this March, and I had to choose between suicide or go to therapy. So I chose to go to therapy, and I invited God to go with me, and He came. So the greatest joy I had is that I went to therapy, and God helped me to get through my story in therapy.
And so once you had a story, then you decided you wanted to write your story.
Well, the Lord told me
Oh.
to write my story into book form. I'd already been in therapy 14 months. And He said, hey, Diane, I need you to write down. So I did. And the books, this is book one, the brown one, tells what happened to me for the reason that I needed to write a story to begin with. And I chronicled my entire journey in therapy as a way of documenting what happened to me, but also the solutions that the Lord gave me as I healed through therapy. So for example, when you have therapy, you have a therapist, and they're going to give you suggestions, ideas, thoughts, things to do, things to help you get well. And I wanted to get well. So the therapist would say something, then God would tell me something. Sometimes He agreed. There's some wonderful therapists out there, no complaints. And then sometimes He didn't agree with everything they said, and He'd tweak it a little bit, and hey, Diane, I need you to go do this. And then He would talk to me through the Holy Spirit about what He was doing to help me to heal. And He told me to document it. So what ended up happening is it took 3 books to tell the one story. And
you told me there was 2,000, how many pages?
Well, I hand wrote 2,250 pages.
That's amazing. That is
9 by 12 sketch pad with pencil. Because I actually have carpal tunnel, and God knew that. So He said, use a pencil. So I went to the Christian bookstore and bought a bunch of pencils.
And so you hand wrote.
And I hand wrote the entire thing in pencil on 9 by 12 sketch pad. I still have all the originals.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
And I appreciate the opportunity to be here to share what God has done in my life, because the Lord told me to share it with the world. What first belonged to me now belongs to everyone. And one of the joys I had, He would guide me to read books. Every book has a bibliography. I would read the books. Well, those books imparted knowledge to me. So knowledge is a part of how I grow and change, because I'm fascinated by knowledge.
Good.
That's part of my mindset. So to me, books are a natural way to gain information needed for healing.
Right. As we were talking, you said that you were abused and didn't know you were abused.
Because I was born into it.
You were
so
born into abuse, and I don't know what the abuse is. I don't know if you want to tell that.
Well, what I want to say about the abuse is I can say in this medium that I was abused with all the ways that people can be abused.
Okay.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually.
And it just totally made you, were you reclusive? Did you find yourself?
Well, both my parents were only children, so I have a very small family that way. But also, we lived in farmhouses in the country, so we were sort of isolated from society anyway.
Yes.
So that I didn't have anybody to tell. I didn't even think to tell. You know, you can't tell the family secrets. That's part of the code of growing up. So it didn't come out until my husband died, quite literally, and in my mind, I actually didn't know that I'd been abused.
Did you feel your abuse happened before you married, or through marriage?
No.
Before?
No, I didn't have abuse in my marriage.
Okay.
This was all before I met my husband.
And did that affect your relationship with him in
Most definitely.
a lot of ways?
Most definitely. This is the first time I'm going to say on a public medium that I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which is one of the mental illnesses that people don't necessarily recover from. It's one of the most difficult to recover from, and it carries the most stigma. A borderline person is like a person that they say is on the edge between neurosis and psychosis all the time. And they are not kidding. One minute I'm your best friend, and the next minute we turn on a dime and I'm all mad and angry and, you know, upset about things.
And you feel like through all this and your help from God, that you obviously have depended on him to guide you.
Yes.
And was that hard to do?
Oh, no.
What brought you to that moment?
Well, I was angry at God. As a child, I was angry. You know, God saved me. I mean, what kid doesn't say that? And God never comes. I mean, it's not like God walked in on 2 feet. It's a spiritual thing. But you believe that he abandoned you because you don't see him stopping anything like that. So I'm no different than any other person that did that. But the Lord showed me as I went through therapy all the places where he'd been there all along. I just didn't know it. Yeah, I just didn't know it.
Do you remember that moment that the light clicked on?
Well, most definitely. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I've never not known God. He's always known me, but I've never not known him. So my story is not one where you've been abused and then it stops and then you get back the life you had. I never had a life to get back. I was born into abuse, so I had to learn that I was abused in order to recognize abuse, because I didn't recognize. The therapist had to explain to me how to recognize which parts weren't really my fault, like that. And so then you begin to pick your story apart piece by piece. And the second book talks about the growth and change. Once I got past the shock of, hey Diane, you're going to have to change. And that was hard for me.
It's got to be.
Change was terrifying for me. But the therapist encouraged it, and God would take something away and leave this big hole, and I'd be trying to run from it, and it doesn't matter where I go, I couldn't run from myself. I mean, you literally can't, but you wish you could. And so it didn't work to run all the time, so I started paying attention to what he was guiding me to, and people were actually trying to help me. The therapist, the groups I was in, all of the retreats that I did, all the things I tried. My therapy, I will say to anyone out there, was very interactive. The only way I can explain it is this. I've talked to many people who've been in groups where they come to therapy and they'll sit and talk. There's nothing wrong with that, not a single thing. But me, I didn't feel safe. I had to bring lots of things. I brought a blanket, and I'd start crying. I'd be hiding my head. I crawled on the floor behind chairs. I brought food. I brought art projects that I made if I felt like I needed to draw something to get out whatever was in me. I brought anything that said I needed this to help me get well, and I wanted to share it with the therapist so she could tell me, or he, if this was a good thing for me. Did I get a good benefit from it? Did I recognize all of its value? So I didn't spend too much energy in places where I didn't need to be.
Right.
And spent my energy where I needed to be to actually heal.
And you feel that now that you've written these books, that
I'm 100% healed.
You're 100%.
I would no longer meet the criteria for borderline personality disorder.
That is awesome.
And if you read about it, there are 9 criteria, and then there's a bunch of secondary criteria. Dude, I had all 9 and the secondaries too. And it was terrible, but the greatest thing that happened was, because of my desire for knowledge, is that I went to the library and I looked it up. God told me I had borderline personality disorder first. Then I went and got tested.
You went and tried to find out what it was.
And the psychologist, the neuropsychologist that tested me, agreed with God. And then all the therapists agreed with God and the neuropsychologist. So I had borderline personality disorder. There was no mistaking it, but the joy about learning that was I went on the hunt to how to get well from all the symptoms, and that's how it started.
That's how it started.
How do you get well from this? How do you get well from that?
What a testimony for your relationship with God and yourself, and how this has affected your since you started this journey after your husband died. How long has he been dead?
16 years come this March 20th.
16
So
years.
this next month.
And so he didn't have the opportunity to know you, which makes me almost want to cry.
Well, yeah,
Because,
he did not know me as a healed person, and it makes me cry.
yeah, and your children.
He was a good person, and my children are wonderful. They all made it to adulthood. I won't lie, some of them carry features of their parents that we're not too proud of, but they're all wonderful children.
Good.
They really are. And the last book is in blue because it represents the Lord's stamp on my story because he healed me.
Yeah.
He used a therapist. He worked through us. There's no discrediting the therapist. I'm just saying he helped. He was there.
Yeah.
So my books, they don't take the place of therapy, but just like all the books I read imparted knowledge to me, my desire is that these books will impart knowledge to others who need help to heal from their stories for what we as humans share in common, because God gave me lots of solutions to what we share in common. So if I say I'm angry, you know what I'm saying, because you've been angry somewhere.
Of course.
No matter the circumstance, we share that in common. So God gave me a lot of solutions to mental health. And for people who can't afford therapy, because the Lord blessed me with sliding scale therapy for all 10 years, which is unheard of.
Wonderful.
From the people that agreed to that,
Yeah.
I healed.
I am just so touched by this story because I know there's other people out there that need to hear this, that there is a way to get to where you need to be.
And this workbook, it's not a retelling of my story. It's a way for God therapy to happen for you. So I wrote it for the reader so you could work through your own story in case you couldn't afford therapy. It's just something
That's
to start with.
beautiful. It really is. And I wish we had more time. Maybe you
That's
can come
all right.
back.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud
It's
that
my
you
privilege
have
to be here.
reached this point in your life.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Diane Wiedemann, folks. We'll be back with
Thank
more.
you.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you shine. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with disodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroop's emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
The Duck River isn't just beautiful, it's America's most biologically diverse river and a drinking water source for over 300,000 Tennesseans. Since 2021, volunteers have removed more than 12 tons of trash and 250 tires from our watershed. Now, we're coming together again for the Duck River Watershed Society's 5th annual spring cleanup, Saturday, March 7th, from noon until 3 at the Fire Lake Boat Launch in Manchester. Free to join, fun for everyone. Register now and help protect the Duck River.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time again for Jawing with Jackie.
All right, all right.
How's everybody?
Jackie Duncan.
How's everybody?
It's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Look at that. Look at that blue shirt
That's
that man's
pretty.
got
It
on.
is, yeah.
I tell everybody, somebody tells me, says it's good to see you, and I tell them, hey, it's good to be seen.
There
You
you
know,
go.
I'll tell you. 'Cause
You going to the Chamber Coffee?
I think I will. I'm sure. Yeah, I
You
will.
dressed up mighty sharp.
Well, I didn't know about it at first. I didn't. I
It's a Mardi Gras
forget half
thing.
the time. Yeah.
It'll be fun. I help put stuff together.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna make it. Because I thought about it. I said I haven't been to a Chamber Coffee in some time, and I used to love going to Chamber Coffees. So it's always a blessing to get
Free
there.
lunch.
I wanted to hear
Come
that.
up there so much.
hope we
I don't
get-
usually eat that early.
I hope we get to hear the poem you wrote.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
sure.
love to hear that right now.
Okay, well, we'll do
I'm
that.
afraid you'll forget it and not read
No,
it.
I won't do it. My sister did a sponsored a program at church on Sunday, and it was a program about passing on wealth to your next generation and all this, and that's something that I think black families especially never been able to do that. It's been because we've never had anything to pass on down. So, but it's getting to the point now where you can accumulate a few things maybe, and have something to leave your children. So it's been a blessing. And I did this little poem and I was writing another one for the program, but I couldn't get all my thoughts together on that. This is some serious poem that I wanted to write about for later on, but and I wanted to do that by Sunday, but it didn't work out. So anyway, this is called Your Greatest Life, Your Greatest Race. And this is the greatest race we'll ever run.
Race.
It's the one you're in right now, and we just don't pay attention to it. Some of us take it very casually, and but this is the greatest race you'll ever run. So the title says, Life, Your Greatest Race. The race is not always given to the swifter or the stronger. Most always it's who's best prepared and who endures the longer. There'll be many contests and races to run, but life is the grandest of all. The answer to most every problem you'll have is get up each time you fall. There'll always be ups and downs in life. There'll be ins and outs to contend. But if you never enter the race, there's hardly a chance you'll ever win. Life is the greatest race you'll run, and if you are wise, you will find that the race is not with each other. Your greatest opponent is time.
Oh, wow.
We are. It's
I
that's for
think
you,
that
Miss
is
Megan.
beautiful. I
Well,
love it.
if you want that.
Thank you.
I'll
I do
sign.
want
I'll
it.
sign that up.
I love it.
But life is your greatest race, and I think about that every day. And what can I do? I was laying up this morning in the bed thinking, you lay there and you get up enough motivation to get up. I guess if you don't have anywhere to go, if you got somewhere to go, work is always your greatest motivation. I got a job to go to. I better get up and run. So you get up and you go to work. But bottom line is, I was thinking about historical things and leaving. I'm the historian for quite a few things. I don't know how I got into it. I think I talked myself into it maybe, but for Davidson Academy School, for Mount Zion Baptist Church, for the Elk River District Association. It's been together for like 158 years, and I'm trying to gather information on all these things and compile them, and maybe put them in this information over here, this information over there, and then I understand there's some places I need to do some other things. I got family history I'm working on, and this is one right here for my family. I was told stories, and if you don't pay attention to the old people, and I look around, walk in the room and look around and say, where are all the old folks at, Here I am, here I am. But I remember as a young man, there's a lady here in town named Dora Thompson, lived over on McKellar Drive, and she said she called everybody cousin, and I thought, she's not kin to everybody, but I found out I believe she was. I think she was kin to everybody because she was my grandfather's, her dad and my granddaddy actually were brothers, I believe. And it was just that close a relationship, but I never really knew this. These were grandparents, down there. So thinking, and so I found out, so she would tell us stories about Osawatomie, Kansas. And my sister Linda couldn't pronounce the word Osawatomie and all this, you know. No, this, but yeah, Linda, back when she was smaller, but Linda, she would, you know, she'd absorb this stuff. And just like a little sponge, how kids are, you know, just like little sponges, they'll soak up this information. But Linda would remember all this, and that's when she was a kid. And this has been a long time ago, you know, and I was just a kid too. I wasn't but a few years older than her. But we were talking about Osawatomie, Kansas is where it is. And I want to read just a little bit about this and tell just a brief bit of history about it. It says Osawatomie is the only town by that name in the United States and probably the world. So the town was named for two Indian tribes, the Osage and the Potawatomi, for which two rivers bordering Osawatomie was named. The Osage River was called the Marias Singagus, whatever, I've got it out there a little bit. Marsh of the Swans by French explorers and trappers living among the tribes, and the Kansas legislature later adopted the name. I can't pronounce that name again.
That's all right.
Anyway, in Kansas, because there is another Osage River in Kansas. It says geography placed Kansas in the middle of the nation, and history and fate brought John Brown. You remember John Brown, the abolitionist? We all read about him in school, and brought John Brown to Osawatomie a year after it was founded, where he made the stand against slavery. In 1855, Brown called his sons who had come west and settled into Franklin County, because Osawatomie, a free state town, was surrounded by pro-slavery communities. The radical Brown came with a wagon load of guns. It says the hill upon which John Brown met battle in 1856 is now John Brown Memorial Park, dedicated in 1910 by President Theodore Roosevelt. John Brown's cabin and his bronze statue in this park indicate the Osawatomie consider Brown a hero rather than a villain, you know, some historians claim. But this lady, Dora Thompson, here in Tullahoma, told us when we were children that our people went to Osawatomie, Kansas, and left here after slavery and went to Osawatomie, Kansas. Well, the town that Linda couldn't pronounce. But anyway, I wanted to do some research later on, and when I was about 20 years old, that's been a few years ago, in my 20s, I got this history challenge, and I wanted to find out some things about my family and all this, and those stories that I hear, you know, and especially from this lady here in town telling us this stuff right off the bat, you know, and she had pictures, and I've got the old pictures now, old pictures. I mean, some big pictures, you know, and I brought them on here before. I brought some of them on here before, and about family that we never knew about, and but these are old pictures and big pictures, and anyway, but I found, after quite a bit of little research, I found that right outside of Osawatomie, this lady told us that there were so many Duncans out there, said they had their own little town.
I love Duncan Town.
Well, it was, that's what it came.
Yeah,
it became Duncan, and it was not Osawatomie, but this was right on the railroad, right? And I found after more little research, says Duncan, found a little town community called Duncan. It says Duncan, a small hamlet in Miami County, is a station on the Missouri Pacific Railroad, 12 miles south of Paola, the county seat. Inhabitants receive mail through rural delivery through the post office at Lane. And I never could find any more than that.
I think that's amazing, though. A town that your family owned.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
With a Duncan name.
Yeah.
Come in a long time down the line.
And this lady, but listen to the old people when they tell you things, children or young people, because you know, we are the connectors of the last generation to the next generation. We are the connectors. And if we don't tell what we know or tell what we uncover in the years that we are here, if we don't learn anything, then nothing gets passed on. But now, if we learn something here, we need to pass it to the
We
next
need to pass it on to the next
That's right.
generation.
And need to write it down some kind of way. That's why I guess I'm the little historian that I am. I'm not a real trained historian or anything. And my niece Danette is working on family history and things like that too. But we all, need to, I guess, be more involved, especially with passing along things, good things. You don't want to pass along bad things. There's some bad things I guess a lot of people pass on too. But bottom line is that I'm just blessed to be able to uncover some things, and there were some other things that I wanted to kind of mention. There was have some local history about Sister Jessie. I've talked about Sister Jessie before.
Yeah.
She used to park over at the post office when it was at the old place over here, park at the post office and have a church meeting out there. She had a microphone and a big speaker on top of her car. But Sister Jessie was a faith healer from Tullahoma, Tennessee. She changed Zig Ziglar's life.
Oh,
and
wow.
Zig Ziglar was a great motivator, world motivator. But when he used to come to Tullahoma with a lot of other rich people used to come to see Sister Jessie to get prayed over and things like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that used to happen in Tullahoma that
people don't know.
People don't know.
Yeah.
That have helped other people excel to higher levels in life, and we just never knew about how the little small somebody in Tullahoma was a blessing to the world.
And
so.
guess who else is in Tullahoma?
Who's that?
Jackie Duncan.
All right. Just trying
County Commissioner Jackie Duncan,
Amen.
Alderman Jackie Duncan,
Yeah.
Preacher Jackie
Don't
Duncan,
about preaching.
Poet Jackie Duncan,
All
and
right.
one fine man.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Jackie Duncan.
Good man.
Glad to have
God
you here,
bless
buddy.
you,
Hey,
brother.
folks, we'll see you next time.